It is an amazing day. It's Easter Saturday in South Australia, in Australia, and we had an incredible dust storm. And I loved the way the wind lifted up the dust and twirled it around. It was quite beautiful. And then there was a storm, a rainstorm with very little rain. There is an incredible drought here at the moment, and the grass is all turned to dust. It's a red dust, so it's quite beautiful to look at. It's like being on Mars, it's so red. It's Easter, and Adrian and I have taken 4 days off, which we don't do. We don't take days off due to his business, his delivery business. And it's almost as if when you take time to pause, you have a reality check. You say to yourself, oh my goodness, here I am. And to look at where you are at any one time can be quite confronting and difficult. As you know, I've just turned 60 in December, and I am not where I would have liked to be at this age, and things have not worked out the way I thought they were going to work out. And I'm processing that. I think it's really important that we are able to look into the mirror of life and say to ourselves, look into our own eyes and say, this is where I am right now. I will not sit in denial. These are my flaws. These are my bumps and lumps, both physically and emotionally. These are my strengths. These are my skills. These are my deficits, my work-ons. I will look at myself gently. I will look at myself realistically. I will look at myself brutally and compassionately. I will identify and own who I am. And we say to ourselves, we're going to do that. Oh, yes, I can do that. But when it comes to it, those bills we've been hiding in the corner, or that person we said we would contact and we didn't, or some behaviour we promised ourselves we would stop or reframe and we haven't. And then time goes by and here we are with more lines and more time has gone past. Adrian's outside at the moment looking for rocks, so he might come back and then I'll pause the video and start again. I'm writing another book. The name of this book is It's Going to Be Okay, The Journey to Peace and Comfort. It's not just about peace and comfort, it's about resilience. It's about looking in the mirror of life and knowing who you are, being able to address who you are. And as I'm writing this book, I'm about 25,000 words in. As I'm writing this book, I'm using narrative from my own life and narrative I've heard from some of the staff at Adrian's work and friends and family. I'm finding it painful because part of the process is to address my vulnerabilities. If you'd like to support the book launch, you will get a free copy, online ebook, if you support me at Patreon, my name, and I'm going to start memberships on YouTube also to support the book launch. I'll go through the chapters briefly. So the first chapter is starting where we are, then finding joy, the duality of grief and joy, the weight of grief, understanding cognitive behavioural therapy, understanding acceptance and commitment theory, choice theory, personal empowerment, sitting in pain, the art of acceptance, strength through bodybuilding, a big part of my life, learning from Bessel van der Kolk, he's one of my faves. I'm really into identifying what my body is saying to me at any one time now, embracing the darkness, leaning into our vulnerability, the role of community, and closing thoughts. That's where it's at the moment. But it's to be able to embrace our flaws and really be able to own them in the passage of time, and to be able to, we only achieve a goal or achieve a learning through falling. You don't achieve a goal through, hey presto, here we are. A goal always includes new skills, new directions. So always includes falling. And who likes to fall? And who likes to own up to falling? I know I don't. The door is banging a little bit, so excuse that. I don't like to own up to falling. I want to pretend that I never fall. I want to pretend that I'm perpetually flying. If we parent, we need to remember the times we haven't parented well. If we're a partner, we need to consider the times that we don't relate as effectively as we could. In our workplace, we need to look at what we could do differently, how we could be more of a team player, how we could listen more, how we could be more resilient. And confronting these truths is a careful, fragile balance. It's a matter of owning our mistakes, our work-ons, but also being compassionate with self. It's no good to flagellate yourself. It's that balance of compassion, yet not moving into too much denial. As animals, as herd animals, denial is our middle name. We filter everything in order to manage it. We compromise ourselves to work into whatever relationship we're in. So there's always levels of denial in every relationship we have. There are always filters, ways of seeing. But through that filter of perceiving the world, we need to also be able to take our rose-coloured glasses off. And that can be brutal and painful. I'm experiencing the empty nest syndrome, and I thought that this would be a process I could manage. I'm finding it in some ways unmanageable, untenable. It is what it is. So that's one of the processes I'm navigating through this journey of writing a book. There's something about writing a book for me. This is my second book. When I wrote my first, I intended to continue to write, but a number of personal things happened in quick succession, from my father getting very sick quickly, to our finances being affected, me and the kids, to being dad's carer, to dad dying, mum dying, experiencing several deaths in quick succession, going around Australia, navigating a new marriage, working out, values and goals with a new marriage. And it's been really confronting. When I was 11, I went to the movies with our class at school. I went to Our Lady of Sion, and I watched a movie. And for whatever reason, I can't remember the name. It's about a famous, My Brilliant Career. It's about a famous Australian writer who made a decision to place writing above all else. And I loved this movie. It was one of those watershed moments, and I thought, I want to be a writer. I'm 60 and I've written one book. I love to write. I love to write. My daughter rang me the other day and she talked about her solo music career. She's a very good musician. And she talked about balancing life, and we talked about it. We brainstormed some ideas, and I got off the phone and I thought, I've written one book. It is very painful for me to think I've written one book. And I know I can almost hear your voice saying, don't worry about it. Look at what you have achieved. Yes, I understand. I'm grateful for what I've achieved. I'm grateful for each breath. But I'm a writer. So what happened to the years? Where did they go? And why did I allow them to slip by? And owning your scars and your lumps and bumps It's almost like standing naked in front of a mirror, except the nakedness is your soul. And you think, is this my soul? It wasn't supposed to be like this. It was meant to be all shiny and clean and have a white picket fence and a house and money in the bank. And often our lives are not that way. There has been some tragedy that we never saw coming, some chronic health issue, loss, etc. And it isn't what we thought it would be, but it is what it is. And we'll be okay. I'll be okay. You will be okay. This book is about being okay in the adversity of life, and not only being okay, but achieving goals in the adversity of life and finding comfort, the importance of comfort. If you want to support the launch of the book, it will be launched, I would say, about 10 weeks. Please support me on Patreon, and I'll be opening up the membership on YouTube in the next couple of days. So please support me there. You'll get a free copy of the ebook if you do so, and you'll support me during the writing because the writing takes time. I wanted to thank you for listening to my content. Thank you for your profound sharings. It's so important to be vulnerable, isn't it? To have the courage to be vulnerable when we know in the face of vulnerability we are judged. And as human beings, we are affected, or often affected, by judgment. The ability to rise above judgment is quite a gift, isn't it? And we are only as good as our present moment. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching my content. Thank you. If you can, please subscribe. Subscribing helps me. So please subscribe. Please comment. Please share. Subscribing, commenting and sharing is something you can do for free, and it goes a long way to help me grow and share what I do with others. If you want to help me with the launch of the book, please join either YouTube, which will be opening up in the next day or two, or through Patreon. I'd be very grateful. And let's start where we are now, and let's own ourselves where we are now, our ground zero.